Now, as we mentioned earlier on, the NHS is officially backing our Change and Check campaign this year, which is brilliant. Well, I'm joined now by Junior Health Minister Dalton, who is undergoing chemotherapy right now after being diagnosed with secondary breast cancer. It's so good to see you and very much living
absolutely
with cancer, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks. It's an absolute privilege to be here. And it's really important to me because, yeah, I am living with metastatic secondary, advanced, stage 4 cancer, whichever you want to call it. And it's just really important that people are aware and we can help people be aware of all the different kinds of breast cancer that there are. It's really, really important to check. Yeah. Or, you know, for primary diagnosis, if you get cancer for the first time. It's also really important if you've had breast cancer before to be aware of what the symptoms of secondary breast cancer might be and to check for those as well.
No, exactly, because you thought they'd got it. That was the thing.
Well, you know, to be honest, I never really believed...
Did you not? Was it always there in the back of your mind?
It's always in the back of your head. And I think, you know, whenever you've had a cancer diagnosis, it stays with you. It changes you for good, you know? Yeah. And so I was always aware of the fact that, particularly with breast cancer, it can come back. Most cancers, you might get to 5 years and you think the chances of it coming back are next to nothing. Breast cancer's a wily little beast, and it can come back maybe 20 years after a primary diagnosis. Right. So it's really important, if you've ever had breast cancer, to know what the signs of secondary breast cancer are as well, and to check and be really aware and know you're normal. Exactly. And when something's not normal, to get it checked out.
No, indeed, and that's what you did. But you are still able to do your job.
Absolutely.
To work at home. I mean, I know you look after relatives, elderly relatives. You've got... I know your daughter's kind of grown up now, but, you know, that's hard, but that's life. And you can still do it.
Absolutely. Yeah. And, you know, in all honesty, most of us don't really get much of a choice. You've got to still do it.
Of course you do.
You know, so I was diagnosed just over a year ago now with my secondary breast cancer. It was no evidence of disease for a little while after I'd had some surgery, but now it's come back in lymph nodes in my abdomen. So I'm on chemotherapy. It's oral. I take it twice a day, 12 hours apart. And I'm doing really well, you know, and I'm tolerating it well. Yeah. I'm able to continue to go to work. I've got 2 very elderly disabled parents at home. Hello, they'll be watching. And I'm able to sort of carry on because, you know, we've all got lives. This is why we want to check. This is why we say change and check. Because actually it's about making sure that we can all carry on doing all the stuff that we do. Exactly. Sometimes I get a bit tired. Fatigue is part of the side effects, but, you know... I'm 53, I work full-time and I've got people to look after. Who's not tired?
Well, exactly. But it's amazing what you do and your attitude is absolutely brilliant. It really is so positive. And I know that will help a lot of people who are watching who might be in the same boat. I
think it's just really important. When you get that diagnosis, I mean, I'm not going to pretend that I was hunky-dory and positive from the beginning. It was utterly devastating. And, you know, and I spent a good few weeks walking the dog and crying and thinking and worrying. But then you sort of come to terms with it and realise this has to be your new normal now. Yeah. And, you know, I have to get the treatment that I can get and fit it into my life because I've got so much to do. I mean, when I got my diagnosis and I went public, I had a letter from Keir Starmer, the Prime Minister. He did a handwritten note to me just saying, thanks for being public about this. It's going to help a load of people. Yeah. What can I do to help you? He didn't make assumptions about what I needed. He asked me. Yeah. And I said, you know, just keep doing what you're doing and let me carry on. 3 months later, he asked me to become a minister. And not just a minister, but now I get to actually lead the National Cancer Plan. Yeah. And as a cancer patient, what says more about putting patients at the heart of our cancer plan when actually at the heart and at the head we're leading it?
No, exactly. Do you think it's made you, in a way, better at your job, having had this experience?
I mean, I'd rather not.
Rather not, yeah, of course.
I think what it is whatever experience you get, for me, it's always really important to say, OK, well, what's the opportunity here? Right. Because you can focus on the negative and you know, you've got to think about that. You can't just pretend that it's not devastating. It is. But there's always going to be an opportunity. And I'm really privileged, right, to have the platform that I've got, to be in the House of Commons, to be a minister, to be able to say, OK, what's the opportunity I've got with
Right.
the position I'm in
And you can affect
the
change.
experience I've got to absolutely affect
to change things. Because the
completely.
thing is, what I've learned such a lot, you know, doing this campaign, is that cancer is not just about the person who has cancer; it's the family.
Yep.
You know, you've got a daughter. She
Yep.
must have been quite young when you.
She was 14 when I was first diagnosed,
and that's really, really hard. It's almost more difficult to tell the people that you love, isn't it?
Yeah, it is really hard. And I remember when I told Edie that I had my cancer, and she thought about it for a little while, and maybe 3 or 4 days later said at the dinner table, like, "Is it the cancer that kills you?"
Oh, God, love her.
I was like, well, it can do, but we're going to try.
Sure.
You know, we're going to try to beat that. And I mean, you know, Edie had a really. She got dealt a bad deal. You know, I was diagnosed with cancer when she was 14. 6 months later, her dad was diagnosed with stage 4 kidney cancer. So she had both of us in hospital at the same time with cancer. And, you know, she's just been absolutely amazing. She's nearly 26 now. And, you know, she's a great support to me. She was with me when I got my metastatic cancer diagnosis last summer. We were together as a family. And that's really important. When she was 14 and I explained that, you know, there was stuff we were going to try and do to cure this cancer, she was like, Avengers, assemble! Because she knew this was a team and we were going to work together because you can't do it on your own. You need family and your employer and your friends all to work together to support people. And that's what's so important about this campaign.
Exactly, and you've got a good team. Yeah. Good team round about you. Great to talk to you, Ashley.
It's brilliant to be here. Thank you so much.
You need to come and see us again.
I'd love to.
I love your attitude. It's fantastic. It's inspiring. Thank you.
Thank you.
Very, very much. Hi there. Thanks so much for watching our YouTube channel. We upload new videos every single day. So click here if you're interested in this video or head to the homepage for more amazing content.